Hello friends. In our journey of creating this ecology of a happy life, by now we have reached a point where we are exploring the ways how to deal with difficult people. And yesterday we explored about the concept of scripts and how it's very easy to be pulled into people's script. We pull other people in our script, they pull us in their scripts. And while in most cases it is okay, because that's what communication is about, it's about trying to get something. But the problem happens when the scripts are highly negative. So that is where we stopped yesterday, and I would like to catch up from from the same point. Well, I can say that there are two kinds of negative scripts. The first kind of a negative script is when someone actually wants something very important. They have already tried to ask you by some simpler ways, by some simpler scripts, but for some reason it has not been fulfilled, and that is why they use or they resort to negative scripts. For example, let's say a husband returns home and the wife starts complaining immediately that how my life is difficult, I am working all the day, I have to take care of the house, I have to wash all the dishes with hand 3 times a day, and there is no space for me, there is no time for me, nobody gives me attention. Now it looks like definitely yes, it is a negative script, and if you get pulled into that script, it is very big there is a very big possibility that there can be an emotional drama. But in majority of the cases, this kind of scripts are designed to get something which they are not getting. So let's say probably maybe the wife actually, she already asked you for the dishwasher maybe before 2 months, and you are not, like, the man is not doing anything about it. So maybe that is piled up, and now she is resorting to this negative script of emotional drama to get this thing. While it looks like a negative script, but I don't think it's very harmful, because basically this is a tendency of man. For example, if you tell them something, they may forget it, and I'm not defending man, I'm just saying that this is what happens, that something more important comes up and they lose the track of that thing, and the woman says 3 times, 4 times. After that she feels like I am begging for it, so she doesn't want to appear begging. So instead of asking it straight away directly, she resorts to more complicated script, more complex script, and when even that doesn't work, the script becomes more and more and more complex, and she will try to pull you, like, that emotional drama she is asking for is not really emotional drama that she wants. What she wants is you to listen to what needs to be done, and once you do that, once you fulfill that need, that script is gone. So even if this kind of scripts, they are very negative, the best way to deal with this kind of scripts with other people is, first of all, to calm down and try to understand what is behind this script. What is it that really bugs them? What is it that they really want, but for some reason you have overlooked it, and that is why they are becoming angry or they are resorting to emotional drama. There is something that they want which you are not able to give them. You are not able to deal with that. For this kind of situations, please find out what is it, try to deal with that, and that script will stop. So this kind of script is not our main problem. The main problem is the second kind of scripts, and these are the real dangerous ones, where people, maybe the same people normal people who are good enough normally, but when they are taken over by that past pain. You remember once we had this video about how the past pain lives inside us, the past emotional energy. It still lives within us like a living being, like a ghost, and it takes us over. And when it takes us over, we don't want solutions. We don't want resolutions. We want more drama. We want more pain for ourselves or for the people around us. We want to think negative. We want others to think negative. We want others to suffer. So, whenever this kind of pain comes up, I remember I used to call it the mountain. Slowly it became a big, huge mountain of frozen energy. So when that takes over some person, that person becomes highly negative. But it would be okay if they are highly negative. The problem is they would want that negativity to be spread to everyone around them, including you. So for example, if you are nearby some person who is taken over by this kind of pain from the past, it is very difficult to deal with them. They will try to pull you into their scripts, and that is what we need to learn, what we can do with people who are in a way unconscious of their own pain, who have become the pain themselves and want to spread it to you. I believe someone asked this question, so today we are going to see what we can do about this kind of scripts. When you are dealing with negative people, the first thing I want to tell you is that it is not your purpose, it is not your mission to change them. You are not their doctors, you are not their healers, you are not their teachers. Your main task from negative people is to first of all to protect yourself physically and emotionally. Sometimes people are so abusive with their negativity, they are so violent that they even beat people, like for example a husband beating his wife or children. Now this kind of abuse cannot be tolerated. So if it comes to physical abuse, please do whatever you need to stop it. Go to the police, talk to the family members, make an intervention, separate from them, do whatever is needed to protect yourself physically. But this is not the situation we will every day meet in life. Normally, when we talk about negative people, it's more about the emotional negativity, right? So these are the kind of people, for example, we know when they are taken over, they will attack you emotionally, like they will criticize you. And their criticism has nothing to offer. Like they will not criticize because they want you to change. Like there is nothing behind, nothing positive behind their script. Not any positive intention. Just the intention is to give you pain. And that has happened because they become unconscious. They become identified with their own pain. But it's their problem. If they become unconscious, you have to protect yourself. So what you can do? These people, in their unconsciousness, they start their own script of negativity and they invite you to join you. So the situation is very much like maybe you have seen in some movies, or maybe it has happened to you in real life. Like you are in a group of people, maybe in a party in the evening, and there is some music playing around and some people are dancing. So maybe someone comes to you and they ask for your hand and that please come and join the dance with me. So they come to you, they ask for your hand, you give your hand to them, they pull you to the dance floor, and then now they are dancing and you are matching your steps with them. So you are dancing their dance, right? So that is how people pull us into script. They invite us in some way, and if you would not have given your hand, you would not be dancing on their tunes. This is exactly what we need to do. We need to stop giving our hand to their scripts. We need to stop joining the dance floor with them. But I'll tell you how exactly it's possible to do. In real life, people who pull us in their own negative scripts, they have a tool. And their tool is words. Yes. Very harsh words, very harsh language. Their use of harsh language, it works as a trigger to trigger you, like to detonate you. It's like their house is burning, but they want your house also to burn, and they will wait until your house is completely burned. That's how they do. They use harsh words. That is like that harsh words is like trying to throw at your home burning, burning pieces of wood until your house starts burning. So their tool, what is their tool? Their tool is emotionally charged with very negative emotional energy, very, very harsh words and language. Now, you know this combination lock, sometimes we put this kind of locks on our luggage when we are traveling. Like, there's a small lock which opens with combination of different numbers, right? So when you have the right number of combination, it opens up. Now imagine if you have such a lock and you don't remember for some reason combination, you forgot maybe. So what is the solution? Then you will need to try different combinations of numbers until you hear the sound click. When the click indicates that fine, now the bag is open, the lock is open. So these people who are taken over by negative energy, they also use the same trick. Of course, they don't know that they use this thing. It all is an unconscious process. But your mind is like a combination. Your mind is locked with something like a combination lock. Now, these people, they will try finding different combination of words or topics or ideas until they find something that triggers you, until they see that now finally you have exploded. So, I'll give you an example. Like, I have a friend who lives in Oslo and he's married to a Canadian woman. Now, they both come from different countries, different cultures, but this Canadian woman, she has a son from the previous marriage. And so this friend and the wife and the son, the three live together, right, in Norway. Now, I know, like, this friend, I have seen him in his action when he's triggered. So in the beginning, when he is taken over by negativity, he will start with simple things like, your food is not good, you are not doing this right, you are not doing that right. But the woman I know, woman is quite centered, and most of the times she's, I would say, quite an aware person. So this episode happened in front of me, so I remember this, how it happened. So when my friend tried these things, these words, it didn't work. He was searching for some reasons. He was searching for some way to open unconsciously to make us trigger. Eventually, he found it. That when nothing else worked, he brought the stepson. The stepson means the son of wife from a previous marriage. And he started pushing the buttons of his wife using some events or some, something that happened with the stepson, that he did like this, he did like that. And that was it. Because the woman felt very vulnerable with her stepson, and it was a topic which was very close to her heart. And when my friend pressed the button that was very close to her, she exploded. And that was like, my friend after that found the combination lock for her mind. Anytime he is taken over by this negative energy, he will bring up the topic of the stepson. Now, and it's not one. This negative energy filled within us, it is so amazingly intelligent that if this not works, it will find another. If that not works, it will find another. It will continue using words and topics until it finds the way to trigger you. Now, here is the thing. The way to deal with these kinds of people, or the way to deal with people when they are in this kind of negativity, it's a very simple way. First, ignore words and topics. Really, do not pay attention to what words are being used, because the words are not coming from this person. The words are coming from highly emotionally negative, emotionally charged energy which has taken over their mind. It's like a ghost has come and the ghost is speaking from them. So first of all, ignore words. I know it feels like how to ignore the words. Simply know that If not this words, he will come up with another word, or she will come up with a different kind of word. It is not the word that important. Ignore any topic or word that are coming from their mouth. And secondly, allow their emotional energy. That means, imagine there is an actor who is playing a part on the stage, and then he speaks his line and he's waiting for you to join, but you refuse to join. You are sitting in the audience. So now what you do? What do you do? If you don't go on the stage, what do you do? Then you become the witness of the drama. Watch it. Allow him to be emotionally disturbed. Allow him or her to feel their own pain. And believe me, the words that they say while they are triggered are not what they really mean. Most of the people who are not psychotic, who are not someone who should be taken to mental hospital, this kind of people who live in families, they can also trigger to great extent and use very harsh words. But they do not mean those words while they are triggered, because it is not coming from their base state, you know. So even if it looks like very, very harsh words, just ignore the words. Energy has risen. Allow that energy. After a while, any person, whenever energy has risen, it is eventually, sooner or later, it is going to come back down. And if you have maintained your consciousness, if you have allowed that person to be who they are with their own turbulent energy, without participating in their script, two things will happen, two amazing things will happen. First of all, your consciousness will grow. The light of your consciousness, which was smaller before, it will grow a little lighter, little bigger with every such episode. If you can remain conscious without being pulled by someone else's negative script, you become more conscious. And second thing, when they do not have a participant, when they do not have a dance partner, when nobody joins their script, after a while, when the emotional energy is gone, they also will become more conscious, because the pain in them did not grow, right? So this is a simple process. Ignore words and topics, and ignore means don't even pay any attention. Whatever is being spoken, think of it as gibberish, and allow their energy, allow the energy of that person, and ignore their word. This is the simple process. Now, in addition to that, I would like to recommend you a couple of more things to do when something is like this is happening. You know, the emotional energy is so strong, it is very difficult to resist. For example, when someone says that your mother is like this, and because of that, your mother raised you like this, that's how you turn out like this. It is very difficult to stay conscious. It is very easy. Every cell of the body wants to give her answer or give him a reply that, you know, first go and look in your own family. Something like that response comes from her. So what to do? There are some extra tools which can help us to maintain our consciousness in such situation. I will share with you three simple things. First of all, when you notice that such a person is, you know, they are being taken over by the ghost of negative energy, first bring your focus on your breathing. Start noticing your breath. This is the first thing. Noticing your breath will bring back to your body. This is the first thing. Second thing, do you know this this mudra? There is this mudra. You know, this is not the topic about mudra, so I will not go deeper into them. But mudras are special gestures made by 5 elements which are on the hand. This is the element of fire, like with fire, air, space, earth, and here is water. Now, when you bring the fire and air and earth together, okay, and on the both the hands, right? This is called Rudra Mudra. Rudra is the name of the Lord Shiva in Sanskrit. You remember I was talking about Shiva, who was holding the this poison halahal in his neck. So this is the mudra of Shiva, and it will help you to purify any negativity which is happening inside of your system. This thing, focus on the breathe, this mudra, and the third thing, silently, without making any sound, inside of yourself, repeat the sound of the mantra Om Shanti 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 3 times. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. And then again, 1 time Om, 3 times Shanti. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So how you can do? When you take the breathe inside, so with the in breathe, let there be Om. So when breathe came inside me, inside my mind, inside my system, I made the sound Om. And outside, while the breath is going out, 3 times Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. I am doing it loudly just so you can see and know that, but you don't have to do it loudly. You can do inside you. One more time, I'll just show you that. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Okay, keep on repeating this. The mantra, the mudra, and the breathe together, they will keep you centered, and they will not let you be pulled into into another person's negativity. And when you become conscious, eventually they also will become conscious. It will take time, but they will also become conscious. So this, my friends, is, I believe, a simple yet a very effective way to deal with negative people or people in negative reactions. In a nutshell, do not be pulled into their negative scripts. Their negative scripts are powered by intense emotional energy. Allow that. Ignore the words, and nothing can shake you. With that will be all for today. I'll be back tomorrow, or maybe Aleona will be back tomorrow with a new video. We'll decide who will post a video tomorrow. Until then, have a nice day. Thank you very much.